What's up guys, Rob the Awesome here, and right now I'm going to be discussing the goods and the bads about the Gunmetal update. Let's go! So I could have done this a lot earlier, but I usually like to wait for the update to reach its max point before giving any major thoughts about it. I recently got the gold Gunmetal contract coin, so I believe that now is a good time to give a full analysis about the update. Let's start with the 4 maps that were introduced in the Gunmetal update: Sujin, Powerhouse, Borneo, and Snowplow. 2 new, 1 old, and 1 promise. How classy! Both Sujin and Borneo are awesome maps. They're beautiful, fun, and fair to play in. It just keeps you coming back for more because of its stellar appeal. It's a good break from the desert scene to bring fresh maps with running waterfalls and jungle trees, and I just love it. Powerhouse, on the other hand, is an okay map. It's small and symmetrical, like a CP map should be, but it gets really boring after a while. I'd much prefer if they didn't have 5-hour stalemates that kept you doing the same thing over and over and over again. That'd be nice. Please, Valvo. Fix it! It's driving me crazy! But overall, it's not that bad. It's good to see more maps with water in it, because the other maps were getting a little dry. Seriously? Oh, come on! Last but not least, we have Snowplow, a promise map way back when the end of the line update came out, but was too confusing for new players. It's a little less confusing, and a lot more boring? I don't know if the hype for this map died or whatever, but the map isn't really appealing except for the ducks. It's a map that goes by really fast, you do the 2 maps, and then you restart. Nothing memorable about the map except for the train, and even that gets old after a while. I love the concept, it's very interesting and gives a fresh taste to TF2, but I wish the map had more to it to keep coming back to, just like in the beta versions of the maps. I think it would have been alright if it coincided with the source filmmaker back when the update was in effect, but it's been a long time, and the thrills kinda died. The maps are great, and I'd rate them a solid 7 out of 10 for its fresh appeal and new variations of our favorite game modes. On to another big aspect about the Gunmetal update is the buffs and the nerfs. A majority of the weapons that got changed are balanced in my books. I haven't had any complaints with the weapons thus far, and it seems to be working out for everyone. Sure, there are weapons like the Lock and Load, or the Baby Face Blaster, or the Dead Ringer that are quote-unquote devastating, but my friends and I just haven't found any reason to give up on these weapons. All you gotta do is adjust to the changes. It's not exactly that hard to do.
I don't like change!
The only thing about these weapon changes that I'm not quite fond of is the weapons that didn't get changed. There are weapons like the Overdose, for example, that nobody exactly uses that didn't get changed at all, and I'm like, what? I theorize that these weapon changes are for the matchmaking update that's set to happen eventually. In order to make these unused weapons more appealing, you need to give them a better buff. On top of that, the heavy buff is certainly one that makes pushes a lot more easier, the engineer's buffs makes building and retreating a whole lot easier, and the spy disguise and invisibility buffs make it fair beyond all belief. And don't get me started on the new pickup system. It's an amazing idea that changes playstyles in an instant with the press of a button. It's a fresh aspect that makes everything that much more exciting and unpredictable. The changes are well balanced and for the better. I'd rate the weapon pickup and class changes a 9 out of 10 for its big and mostly needed changes, but I think they missed a few weapons that definitely needed changing. The next thing on the list is the contracts. It brought some interest back into TF2 after a long hiatus, but it's certainly a nice touch. I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. It's the first time they've done this for TF2, and this is mainly a test for the future. Possibly for Spy vs. Engineer. That's speculation, by the way. I have no clue. I believe the contracts were made to help newer players get better for matchmaking when it comes around. They're training us like wild animals in a zoo. We're gonna get better eventually. They were kind of easy, and it just left you feeling empty at the end of the day. We may have gotten 2 contracts a week, but I wish there were daily missions or no doubles of the same contracts to keep the hype alive and get something fresh and new. Although easy, it does take some effort and does teach the beneficial aspects of a class, kind of like a hidden tutorial type thing. On top of that, the coins we got from getting a certain amount of contract points was kind of dull. I understand it's to mimic that of CSGO coins, but it's TF2. I expected these coins to be put into a slot machine giving you amazing one-of-a-kind weapons or whatever, but it's just a symbol of your TF2 gameplay. Nah, I'll take what I can get, I guess, but I wish there was something a little more to it. Overall, the contracts were a nice touch and weren't all that bad, but I wish it got more challenging the more you did it, and the contract coin to do more than just sit in my inventory. I'd rate the contracts a 6 out of 10. I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and there will be far better campaigns in the future. This was a huge cash grab, guys. We'll definitely be seeing more of these campaigns later on. The last thing on the list is the skins. Man, the skins. I'm glad there are variety in the weapons with the bloodstains and the hidden spy crabs that makes a weapon unique. But other than the Powerhouse collection, the weapon skins were just kinda dull. I mean, only a small handful of the stock weapons got skins, and they weren't attractive skins either. The quality of skins from Battle Scar to Factory New doesn't mean much to me. It means a lot to some people, but it adds a nice touch every which way. The stat clocks are nice. Seeing your kills on the weapons while inspecting them is so awesome. But I wish they didn't pair it with the ugly skins. I mean, give us something like a portable stat clock item in the Manco shop to add to any of our weapons. Easy money, Valve. I mean, just put that thing at $10, people will be buying that off the shelves. And I mean, the unusuals are cute, but it doesn't drive me to want to get them just yet. Grain of salt, but there will be a far better unusual weapon effects later on, and I'll save my money for those instead of the beta test variations as of right now. The weapon skins are ugly. They could have done a little better with them. I'll give this whole new weapon concept a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's not all bad. Those Powerhouse collection items are badass, and the unusuals don't look super disgusting or anything, so I'll go 50-50, and I'll be waiting for the next set of campaigns for improvement. Well, there you have it, guys, a complete analysis of the gunmetal update. Wait, what? We're forgetting the taunts. The taunts are nice, I guess. Spybox makes for some clever strategies, but... Oh yeah, the Russian dance! Dude, 10 out of 10. Oh my god, 10 out of 10! Oh my god! I rate it 10 out of 10. Rob approve.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome. I'm driving around in my mom's ride. I'm awesome. A quarter of my life gone by, and I met all my friends online. Motherfucker, I'm awesome. I will run away from a brawl. I'm awesome. There's no voicemail, nobody calls. I'm awesome. I can't afford to buy 8 balls, and I talk to myself on my Facebook wall. You know my pants sag low.